going on, guys? Welcome back to another beer knowledge video with Big Rob. Today, we are going to talk about the difference between Crowlers, which I don't have one on me, damn it. I thought I had one here, and I don't. I guess, as you'll see, the reason for that is they're single use, and I just drink them and then toss them. But we're going to talk the difference between Crowlers and Growlers. Yeah. Hang tight. We'll get into that. If you don't know who I am, it's Big Rob. You can check me out at makebeereasy.com or mbehomebrewing.com. That blog and this channel is all about pretty much anything to do with beer. We do get into some other liquors such as cider and wine and mead and such as well, but basically general beer knowledge as well as how to make beer. I'm big into homebrewing. Used to own a brew pub as well, where we brewed 2 barrels of beer at a time. So got a little bit of knowledge on that front that I like to share. If you're into making your own beer, over on my blog there'll be a link under this video to the corresponding blog post to this video. I'm giving away a gift of my 5 favorite recipes from my brew pub that you can go pick up at your leisure. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're a beer lover. We do all kinds of fun things, and like the video if you like it. If you don't, well, that's okay. Don't. Difference between Growlers and Crowlers, and as usual, I do have my computer over here with my notes so that I do make sure I cover it all for you. What is a Growler? A Growler is this bad boy. It's basically just a jug, glass jug, that you can fill with beer at your local brewery and take it home and have craft beer at home. This was actually my old brew pub. Pretty cool, eh? Bootstrap brew pub. Anyway, so that's all it is. Okay, you go in, you go into a brewery. You can buy these from the brewery, the craft brewery, the tap room. You buy them directly from them. Sometimes you can. Some of the local ones around here, I can take this one in, which I wouldn't because this is almost a collector's item now. You could take in this, and they would give you a new one of theirs, and then they would take this and clean and sanitize it. Well, you've got a new one, they put it under the tap, they fill it up with beer, they seal it up, and you take it home and you're on your merry way. Other times, if they don't exchange them, you need to clean and sanitize your own growler and take it in. Size-wise, they come in 64 ounces, and they also come in, this is called Howler, cute little fella, and this is another local brewery nearby. These are Howlers, they're half growlers, okay? They're 32 ounces, or they hold 16 pints. It's not a crowler, it's a howler. This is a howler, not a crowler. Crowler is next. A crowler is basically a big can of beer. Okay, it's a big can of beer. It comes in 16 and 32 ounces. 16 and 32 ounces. The common size is 32, but at my brew pub we actually had 16 ounces, so one standard US pint of beer. What you do with that is you put it under a tap, just the same deal. You put the can, the bartender at the pub will put the can under the tap on, so you can pick any of the drafts they got on tap. They fill up the can, and then they have a machine that seals it. So you put the cap on, and they put it in this machine, and it seals it up, okay? They claim that Crowlers are better than Growlers from the standpoint of they can last longer. Where a Growler, you're lucky to get 3 to 4 days where it stays fresh. And the reason they claim that is because oxygen is going to get in, okay? A lot of breweries, tap rooms will try to fill it up so that it overflows, and then they put the cap on, okay? If they do that very well, there's very little oxygen going to get in. I noticed with our Crowler machine that the same type of concept happens. You've got to get it so it fills right up the can, and then you put the cap on and they seal it. There's still a chance, as good a chance, in my opinion, as a Growler. But some people will tell you that a Crowler, there's less chance that oxygen is going to get in there, and it'll last longer. Some claim up to 30 days. I never recommended that, but buyer beware. Give it a shot yourself and see. Okay, so let's talk about some other differences. Cheers. Okay, so differences. Growlers are capable of holding more beer, double. Okay, this 64 versus the biggest Crowler is 32. Okay, Crowler is not as simple as filling it to fill as a growler because there's more steps involved. Sometimes our pub would be busy and someone would say, I have like 6 Crowlers. I'd be like, ah, crap, because you don't just fill it up and put the cover on. You fill up the can, and then you've got to put the covers on them, and then you can put them in the machine, and round it goes, and you got to do that. So Crowlers do take a little longer to fill up. Material-wise, Crowlers are aluminum cans. Growlers are glass. Some people tout Crowlers being better because they're recyclable. Well, I don't know if I buy that either. You can tell I'm a bit of a Growler fan over Crowler. I don't know if I buy that as a benefit of the Crowler because you're going to reuse this. Well, you know, it's maybe 1 or 2 breaks in your whole lifetime, but you're going to reuse it. With the Crowler, you know, they've always got to be making these aluminum cans, or I guess they're recycling them. But some places are, you can't recycle the Crowler. So not buying the recyclable part as being a benefit of the Crowler. Excuse me. Benefit for Crowler I will give to them is transporting. The aluminum is a lot more durable than glass. If you're into going outdoor activities, you know, hiking, boating, whatever, the Crowler is going to be more beneficial than taking a glass bottle and worrying if you're going to break it or what have you. If you're into shipping beer, home brewers, if you can buy little Crowler machines for home brewing too, but homebrewers love to ship beer to their friends. Glass bottles makes it very difficult. Craft beer fans who, if I'm in here, my friends in Tampa, I love Cigar City's beer down there. They want to ship me up some. A Crowler would be a lot easier than a Growler, that's for dang sure. Okay, let me see. I got advantages. Let me see. Crowlers, we've already said they're more convenient. No, actually, they're more convenient from this standpoint as well. If I want to fill this up at my brewery, I've got to remember to take this with me, right? So that's a bit of a disadvantage to Growlers because I'm not always going to be thinking, hey, you know what, I might want to bring some beer home. And what happens in that case is if I want some draft beer on tap, I end up buying a new Growler. I've got probably 20 of these things. So with a Crowler, you just show up, you say, oh, I think I want to take some beer home, fill me up a can of whatever, that type of pale ale. Like I say, Crowlers there's an upfront cost with Growlers because you got to buy the bottle. These are about 15, 20 bucks these days. With a Crowler, you don't have that. They incorporate the cost of their can into the price of what you pay for the actual fill up versus you buy this up front. A Growler, once you go to fill it up, you're just basically paying for the cost of the beer, where a Crowler, they're going to include a little bit of the cost of the aluminum can each time. We already said Growler's got more beer. No need to recycle them. Yeah, okay, the other big one is that Growlers are pretty much available at every craft brewery. Crowlers are not. Very few I find around our parts. I know of one within a 2-hour traveling distance that carries them. So you're going to see a lot more Growlers out there. That's what I got, guys. Frequently asked questions. I can throw a couple of these at you. Do Crowlers last longer than Growlers? As long as the Crowler is sealed correctly, there are reports that it can last up to 30 days. Okay, so again, I don't believe that. In my experience, wouldn't do that because air still gets in on those, but that's what they claim. Where for sure a Growler is going to lose its quality after about 3 to 4 days. Do Growlers need to be refrigerated? Yep, you need to. I'd refrigerate a Crowler too, just because what happens is it's not that warmth hurts the beer. What happens is that oxygen is what reduces the quality of the beer, and as it becomes oxidized, that's when the quality starts to deteriorate, and cold slows that process down. So absolutely, I would put your Crowler and I'd put your Growlers in a fridge. That's what I got for you guys. Hope that was helpful. Got any questions, drop them in the old comments down below. Let me know what your favorite is. Do you like the Crowlers, or do you like the Growlers, or do you like the little old Howlers, which 16 ounces, I don't quite get it. But no, that's not 16, that's 32. 32, still don't quite get it. 2 points, come on. Anyway, that's what I got for you guys. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and check out the blog link under this video. Cheers into the next one, Big Rob. Here you go.